because social media has limits. Because even the list of persons can come into social media. Social media has no respect of anybody.
No, it is the. Oh, I'm very sorry now. I'm very sorry. Let me use the word of Pastor Ian. He said, "These Gen Zs, you guys don't have respect."
I agree with this one.
You get it?
Yes.
A generation came, they were being bullied. So they found courage in speaking. Their defense is not their manpower, but their words. But we need to understand that there must be a limit to everything. You understand? Because every generation is shaped by their encounter. Our fathers were strong men because they were fighters because of the encounter that they had. They protested, they did this, they did that. Understand? The generation came, they called them the Sorosuke generation. But you need to understand that there is a limit to everything. You understand? Imagine a pastor in the land doing something that is wrong. Imagine me now standing on my pulpit to call him out. You see, I've had indoor conversations with some fathers in this land. Like, sir, I heard this thing, how true it is. Seriously, this is me for you. I called a minister once and I said, sir, I want to see you. He said, okay. We sat down. I told him, sir, this was what I heard about you. And the man was able to tell me, these things are true. These ones are not true. Because, you see, in every story, there is addition or subtraction. But let us go back to the issue we're discussing. There are mates. There are people that you will talk against. Seriously, they will be close against you. Even if they are wrong.
Yes.
I've heard of a man who ran mad for defending his rights because he defended it wrongly. He spoke harshly. And the man said that you spoke to a servant of God this way. In this same land. Not in. He said, let God be the judge between you and I. And the man ran mad. You see, we need to understand that the anointing is a tool. The anointing is not emotional. You can use it any way you like. And you can even use it against the God that even gave it to you. Because God does not withdraw his gift. So, somebody will now say, is it okay to curse? It is not good now. Maybe Jesus will not curse. You never see life. You get it?
Yeah.
There are people that you will talk against, and some people don't even know they thought they are fighting family battle. They don't know that it's a battle of their mouth.
Right. Because you get to social media, see somebody calling out a father that has had so many encounters, a lot with God.
Imagine somebody calling Baba Deboye a boy. Have you seen that thing?
Yeah, I
Somebody
saw
He did a video calling Baba Deboye a boy.
Like I'm scared for them. Hey, God.
There was a content creator that was thriving in this land one certain time. In the early 2016, 2017, the guy was thriving. Was a Christian content creator. I think he thought his fame was limited to Kano. So he wanted pushing. So he started pushing out controversial content. One certain time, I watched a content he posted. I told him something that day. I said, if you continue on this path, God is my witness, you will not go far. The guy is still alive, but his career is dead right now. You know why? You see, there are people that once you speak against them, seriously, your own don't be. You don't buy fight where you're not supposed to fight for your lineage. And the funny thing is, your children can even inherit that stuff. So if we don't allow people know this, they will think talking involves only the mouth. But you should use your brain too. You understand? You should use your brain. And I think some pastors too should help their congregation. It is not every trendy matter that you should preach about.
Okay, I was going to come to this now, sir. Talking about this, there are people, followers, when things like this happen, when there's a controversial issue, they are expecting their pastor to say something about it.
Because the pastor is used to that.
No, even if he doesn't, even if he's not, right? There are times that as a shepherd, they are expecting you, what do you think about this? Say something about this. Say something about this. They want you to say something. They are pushing you to say something. Apart from, okay, even on social media, they'll be angry. This father has not said this. That's where you get to hear, so person is a hypocrite, a father, because he refused to say anything about a particular issue on social media. We are not sure if he has spoken behind the scene, right? They keep saying he's not saying anything about it. He's being a hypocrite. How can one, as a leader, handle that kind of situation?
You see, the thing is this. I think we need to teach our people well and get them grounded. I'll use myself as an example. 2013, 2014, 15, 16 were the years that I was really grounded. You know why? My pastor will pick a topic and create it into subtopic. And that will be our Bible study team for 6 months. You understand? Just righteousness alone, my pastor can preach it for 6 months. Even if you get coconut head, you will understand. You understand? Some people are not taught. Let us be factual. Some people are not taught. Their pastor their pastor preaches. He does not teach. And preaching is fun. Now, right now, if somebody is preaching and your place is on fire, people start shouting, "Ride on, Papa." A man is preaching about hell. You are telling him to ride on. Ride on to where? Ride on to where? Air fire. You get it? That's bad aside. Some people are not being taught. Let us get that. So, there are some things that will be going on right now. Forget the fact that I'm a pastor. I already know where the Bible stands on it. So I don't need my pastor to come out and speak. You get it? And we need to understand that the more you become an elder, the more you become quiet. You are not trying to be politically correct. You are trying to be accommodative. And you see, even the bad child is still a child. We need to understand that even the Christians that we are seeing as this one is this kind of Christian, he's still a Christian. You understand? He's still a Christian. Even a stubborn Christian is still a Christian. So we must be able to marry people together. Now, that is not to say that there are some things that should not be corrected. But if you have thought about it before that time, your members don't need to ask you, what do you think about this? And there are sometimes you were on the group now, somebody asked a question about that tattoo. You saw my reply. The thing is, my people, there are things that I've already taught them before now. There are some things that are not sins but are not necessary. Some people think that talking only involves the mouth, but they don't know that there is a place for honor when you speak. The person might be wrong, but talk about the issue and not the person. Yes, and I think that's where we need to coach some people, most especially the younger people. Some of them feel their blood, they ought. So they just want to address every matter. And I think pastors too should help. It's not every trending issue that you should talk about. There should be a culture of respect. Like, for example, personally, in my fellowship, I usually tell them, if I see you post any rubbish on social media, maybe you will get issue. Yes. And that is why I always, unless if being asked, I try to not speak about an issue when it's trending. So I think it will help us a lot. It will help us.
Yeah, so talking about this as well, where we get ministers talking about themselves or against something, but not in the right context. As a follower, because sometimes I feel for the followers, reasons being that who my pastor might be talking about might be my mentor, right? Yeah. And somehow I'll get to feel bad about it, but then it's my pastor, and it just causes, instead of me to focus on God now, I might just get depressed, right? Someone like me might just be worried that now my pastor, just like your mom quarreling with your wife, that kind of issue. So how can I, as a follower, separate the truth from noise in this digital age?
Okay. The Bible said, I will give you pastors after my heart. See, like I used to say, some people deserve their pastor. Even the person that is preaching the gospel will not be 100% right. There are some times that he will talk out of emotion. That sometimes that he will talk out of his own limitation of knowledge. So you go with a sift. You sift every message with the eye and the lenses of Christ. So it doesn't matter who is saying it. It doesn't matter if it's my own father that is saying it. It doesn't matter if it's my spiritual father that is saying it. What is Jesus actually saying? That's why the Bible asks us to be like the pagan Christians, who go back home and they evaluate the teaching of the apostles themselves. You get it? Some people, they will just write, they will not even visit again. Then when the controversial issue come up, they just believe they know. And you have not actually known until you've proved your knowledge. And there is no knowledge that is in isolation. You might know something today. When you meet other Christians, you'll find out that these things you know was actually a lie. You are permitted to correct your belief system. You are permitted to shift.